my friends, my family, Jews around the world. Some will wonder why I say my family. Well, I've been adopted by two Jewish families, beside other things that are hidden. Understand well, I've been talking a lot about a certain word that most Jews hate me for, which is the word Aliyah. Aliyah, why? Because there are breaches in Israel that need to be repaired. Just as in the time of Ezra, just as in the time of Nehemiah, there are breaches in the walls of Israel, breaches for security that need to be repaired and can only be repaired when Jews return home and make Aliyah. Understand well what I'm saying. There were breaches in the wall, the Gaza wall. There were breaches in security, Mossad and Shin Bet. Now, this is not to criticize them, but there's only so much one can do. If Israel had replied how it is replying now, how it should have replied from a long time to all these terrorist attacks, the only thing that was hindering them was the fact that Jews around the world would pay for it. And that is what is going on now. There are Jews being attacked. In France, they are burning down Jewish houses. They are lighting fire to mezuzahs and doors. Jews are now, for certain parts, taking off and hiding their keepers and so on. You can see what is going on in Australia. If you try to raise an Israeli flag, what happening? The police will harass you because they don't want threat to raise higher. You look at what is going on in England, 1,355% extra anti-Semite acts, and all over the world. This is going on. Detroit, there's a Jewish lady killed, and many are being attacked and killed, and you name it, insulted all over. Now, the fault of Israel is not making a full return to the land and not putting full trust in Hashem. Understand well, I have been criticized. Some have said, no, you're not a rabbi, you don't know. Negative prophecies do not have to be accomplished. Well, this one, as many others, were accomplished. Isaiah had said so, Jeremiah said so, Ezekiel has said so, Zechariah said so. Amos chapters 1 and chapters 8, they mention specifically that your days of feasting and celebration will be turned into days of mourning. It is not the first in recent times. I can name two in recent times. Yom Kippur, the Yom Kippur War, and now what you have, Simchat Torah. That is what is going on. The only way that Israel can make it through, which it is prophesied that Israel will not just make it through but come out on top, is if you do what you're supposed to do right now. Then you will see a leeway. Let me remind you, negative prophecies, if you will, it was prophesied that Israel will be slave in a foreign country even before Jacob was born, even before Isaac was born. God prophesied that to Abraham, and it happened. It was a negative prophecy. Israel wasn't at fault. They didn't do anything. They didn't even exist as yet, except for being in the loins of Abraham and Sarah. And yet, that happened. Now, the breaches need to be fixed. Israel needs to be a solid, firm foundation. One way to do that, go back. You say, the Shoah happened, the Holocaust happened because we didn't have the land of Israel, we didn't have Tzahal, but now, look at what just happened. If Tzahal and the Mossad and the Shin Bet couldn't fully protect the population, and that massacre happened, those barbers were allowed to attack and do what they did. Do you think that Shin Bet and Mossad can protect you on the outside of Israel? Look at how Israel is now tested by rockets launched from Hamas in the south, launched from Hezbollah in the north, and Hezbollah has just begun. Imagine Egypt, imagine Jordan, imagine Turkey, Russia, China, all of these attacking. What would happen then? It is only Hashem that protects you. It is only Hashem that has protected you in the past. The Jordanians tried to attack Israel Not the army, not the country, although most likely they would have liked to, but people, groups, mobs tried to cross the border into Israel to attack Israel. And what happened? They broke down their barriers, they beat their own soldiers just to get across and there was a storm, a sandstorm. There was sand in their nose, sand in their eyes, sand in their ears, sand in their mouth, even in their pants. People were scratching, itching, because the sand got all in their private parts, in their rear. They were itching, trying to pull off the pants because the sand was burning them as they were running. Can you imagine? But these people are so vicious and want to destroy Israel. And the only thing that you have to do is be one nation, return home, be a strong people. That's what you're called to do. So things will happen. These are the times that prophecies are being fulfilled and will be fulfilled. And you will have the greater victory overall, yes. But right now, you need to do what you're supposed to do. Make aliyah. You have a home, you have a place. You should go there, fortify, be strong. Don't depend on the Iron Dome. Don't depend on technology. You see they fail. You need to be one. It is said that Israel was destroyed in the temple time. The second temple was destroyed because of Sinatrina. Free hate. And what has happened is recently Israel was divided. And there was much criticism upon the religious part and much attack. And the liberals wreak havoc in Israel, and look what happened. Israel, the Torah is yours. It wasn't given to you just for pleasure. It was given you for life. Haim. You must return completely to the Torah. You must return to the land, to live the land, to fill the land, to conquer the land. Don't let liars discourage you. Don't let liars make you feel threatened and fall. No. The land was given to you for a reason. Now is the time. Return home. Be strong and of good courage, as Joshua said, as Moses said. Be strong and of good courage. Hazak v'ba'o. Don't be afraid. Aliyah is the solution to this situation. Aliyah. Make Aliyah now. Strengthen the walls. Fill the breaches. Take up a standard. Stand with a banner. Go ahead, now is the time. Tomorrow will be too late. Act now. Don't just speak. Go and fulfill what Hashem has said for you to fulfill. May Hashem be with you. Shalom.